What's up, everybody? Tuesday night. How's it going out there? Oh, man. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. I am. It's going great. Been a nice week at work thus far. I'm happy, rested. So we back in action. Man, I am thirsty, that's for sure. Oh, what's going on out there, everybody? Who we got in the house so far? Let's see. Elijah Cooper was first in the house. Say, yo, what's up, Elijah? Good to see you. Steve, hello, buddy. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Donald James in the house. Let's go. What's up, Donald? Steve, there you are, buddy. You know what's up. He said, shred it. Juji in the house. Great to see you, too. It's great. The week's going good. So far, so good. If we can just have this week like this, it'll be one of the best weeks ever. You got that pizza tea. There you go, man. I love me some pizza. You know how that goes. Wow, we got the comments cooked up. Let's kick it in not overdrive just yet. We're going to do a nice little mid-tempo one here. Most people know this one is Turn It Back, so let's turn it back. Song ends. You just get into it and go. You go, man. That's a nice little mid-tempo warm up there. We're gonna crank it up a notch this next one for sure. That's how we do. So what do we got? Don says, did you ever use the drone track for a solo demonstration on stage? You know, like a spotlight song? No, somewhat. I had when I was really young, I had a keyboard and a sequencer. And I would do this kind of droned out thing like that. And then I would kick it into green sleeves. I started playing the chords. I programmed the sequencer to do the chords of green sleeves. So I kind of do something like that. But not a long time now. Usually it was just a standalone quick shred or whatever, depending on the venue. But There was when I was with Rob Rock, we had a song called Warrior, and I kind of orchestrated, or whatever. I created something in between the solo, like in between the song, like where the main solo was, and then it was just like this real long back and forth between me and the other guitar players. So we'd get some solo time, but yeah, not too often. I thought that drone just out of nowhere one day. I was like, I just play it. Like Yngwie used to do like a Moog, what is that, Moog bass pedals. He used to have those on stage. And he would just he'd hold one note and then just start shredding over, and then he would switch a note. And I figured, well, I'll just do one note. Steve knows, warming up. You got it, buddy. You got it. Michael Fairbank, yes, sir. Gucci for real. Unvenom Yama. What's up, buddy? There you go, man. Steve said it's 7 o'clock there, man. Were you on the West Coast? It's 10 o'clock around here. Steve said it's his Friday, 4 days off. There you go, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to roll. Game over. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, my man. Heck yeah. I have a video. If anyone's interested in the video, I have a video on my channel called "Get Your Bends in Shape," and it will teach you what I know. It'll teach you what I know. All right. Well, let's get moving. Chat's quick, and we gotta crank it up a whole notch on this one. Check it out. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. Tuesday night. Got all kinds of wide open space tonight. I didn't really plan too much tonight, so see what we got. We're gonna slow it down real big this time. We're gonna slow it down big time. So. What else we got going here? Lisa in the house. How you doing, Lisa? Good to see you. Steve's over in Vancouver. Nice, dude. And down says 4 days off is base. True that. I love a good week. And then starting January, I get 5 weeks off vacation. That's what you get for 15 years. You get 5 weeks off. I'm waiting. Let's go January. Steve, I'm from Akron, Ohio, but I live in St. Pete, Florida here. Down James up to Sacramento. That's what's up. Ju G said, the fingers move so fantastically fast, I think I accidentally fast forwarded the video. I know, right? It's even funnier when we're messing around rewatching the live. I'll put it in 2x speed. It's like, it's really funny to watch. You want something really funny to watch, you either put it at 2x speed or 2.0 speed, or you go down to 0.50 speed. 0.50 speed is the funniest. I could laugh at that all night. Oh, let's see. Jesse Esquivel, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that there. Lorenzo Lozano, he says, that sounds so sick. Dude, love it, man. Keep on sliding, river. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. Zach G in the house. How's it going, man? Swisha Sweet Roll says, Jonathan DeNovis. I've never heard of that name. I've heard of Jonathan Davis, but not Jonathan DeNovis. Well, I hope you love him. No problem, no problem. So many people out there. So many people out there. I can't keep up. Judy said, I live in the city I was born in. Oh, there you go. That's what's up. Where everyone knows your name, I think. Or is that the Cheers theme song? All right, we're slowing it down on this one here. 10-19-24, let's go. think we're good. I did warm up a little bit earlier today, so I'm pretty warmed up. It didn't take much. It didn't take much to warm up. But thank you so much for hanging out and listening to that one. What we got going on? Y'all talking about some food. I just had dinner. I'm not hungry. That's some good stuff you're talking about. And Michael said, that was cheers. There you go. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Boom, boom, boom. That's the one. Yeah, I remember that. I used to watch Cheers. We used to watch Cheers like every week. Raz in the house. What's up, brother Raz? Good to see you, man. How you doing tonight? Dude, you talking about Viva la Bacon. Viva. Bacon is life. Is that right? I do like bacon. I ain't gonna lie. I do like bacon. Felix Sancho's Road. Thank you, brother, for being here. I appreciate you. Zach G feeling the vibe on that one right there. Jose Sal said, you play better than me. I do. They were just talking about you, man. Stevie T and Jared Dines, everyone's talking about you, man. No, don't worry about that, dude. This is my favorite comment of all. You play better than me. I don't play better than nobody, bro. And nobody plays better than me. Remember that. You always remember that, man. Don't ever worry about that kind of stuff. You play guitar, have fun doing it. Don't worry about nothing. See where it takes you. That's all you can do. Play hard, work hard, see where it takes you. I appreciate you, Jose. Platypus, thank you. Badim Gamal, hello to you. Tim Hamilton, hello, buddy. Donald James feeling that nifty. Nimrod, there you go, brother. Good to see that. Appreciate you. Guilty of Being Right says, you got your own style on guitar. A little bit, yeah. I mean, I'm influenced by many of the greats, but I've melted it all into one, I think, where it sounds like me anymore, so that's good. I do appreciate that. Juji says, welcome in, everybody. Great to have you here. And please do us a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Rock on, right? It. You know what I'm saying? Tim Hamlin, thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Raz, I'm doing great, brother. Doing great. Platypus said that was clean and soulful. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it right there. Donald James says, come up with a solo to the Cheers team. I know, right? That's good to hear, Raz. JP Monteros, muchas gracias, amigo. Thanks, Zach. Thank you, Michael. Donald James says everybody has their own playing style. This is true. Yeah. No one plays. I mean, you could copy someone and you sound just like that person. But then, you know, on top of that, you know, you have to do that sometimes. You know, I played like a lot like Yngwie when I was a kid. I played a lot like Richie Blackmore when I was a kid. But, you know, I started to develop my own style, you know, basically taking all my influences and putting it into a melting pot and mixing it up. There you have it. JB Cook knows what's up. He says the joy of playing it all shines through. It's true, brother. It's true. I still don't know what the competition is. You know, everyone's talking, you know, everyone says, oh man, he plays better than me, or that guy's so good, he's better than me, and blah, you know, this and that, whatever. Just play. Just play the guitar. If you want to play guitar, play it. Nobody's judging you, man. No one's judging. Just do what you like and have fun with it. That's all you can do. Lorenzo says, wow, you should be famous by now, bro. It's so awesome. Thank you, buddy. We're working on it. I was semi-famous in the 2000s. I'm just back for one more round of you know, glory. We'll see. Thank you, Lorenzo. Frederick Raskin from Belgium. Good to see you, buddy. I do love Belgium. Spa-Francorchamps, one of my favorite places in the world. Metal Mark says, did you check out Miyako's piano? I did. It was interesting. I mean, I don't think it translated very well, to be honest, to a piano. It was great. Her playing is amazing. But for me, it just didn't translate very well for a piano piece. It was wild, though. She has mega talent. There's no doubt about it. But for me, yeah, I was like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think if I'm going to listen to Painkiller, I'm just going to listen to Judas Priest, Painkiller on 11. But it was good. There's no doubt. Miyako's one of the finest musicians Japan has to offer these days. Frederick, thank you, buddy. Bifit Azul, hello, buddy. Thank you for that. All right, we'll do some shadows here. We'll step back into the, slightly into the ancient Egyptians pyramid right here. Let's go. shadows right there, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. That's a fun one. Don't stay in the shadows too long. That's for sure. That's for sure. Ross feeling that one. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Great to see everyone here tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're having a good time. I go live 5 times a week here. I do videos every single day. And this is the best community you're going to find. I can promise you that. All right, let's see what we got here. Platypus says, just play. No one's judging. True. That's wise advice from a creative musician. Not only guitarist, your performance is touching my soul. Thank you, Platypus. I truly appreciate that, man. I try and bring any positivity, inspiration to anyone out there. You know, there's so many wayward souls, it seems, that are musicians playing guitars and stuff. I was one myself, you know, but you just gotta play, man. It doesn't matter if you're guitar, bass, piano, drums, singer. Get out there and do it. Have fun doing it. That's it. Thanks, Michael. That's a classic one. It's the last in line, but like a little different take on it. I wanted something a little different. I thought it was pretty cool. JB, there you go, brother. Donald James was feeling that one. Yeah, buddy, I like that one too. It's a fun one. Juji knows the sands of time right there. Thank you, Steve. Dancing Fool. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Timothy Smith. Thank you, buddy. Very, very nice of you. Carl says that on a time signature sounds good. No, it's just I think it's the riff is like. Just like a chunky. So it kind of gives a little odd sound, but yeah, so I think it's just 4/4 that one. Thanks, Smite. Appreciate that, brother. FTP says, what's an easy riff to learn for beginners? Always Smoke on the Water. Iron Man. Seven Nation Army. Those are just a few to name. There's so many. Did Stardust talk about the Chef Boyardee pizza? We got one. We got to get that put together. All right, F2P guy says, because he's new and just bought his first elect. That's amazing, brother. I would say, what's your favorite band? Who's your favorite band? What's your favorite music? Learn something from them. That'd be your first. Work hard to learn something. I mean, there's so many bands out there, but yeah, who's your favorite band? That's gonna be the number one thing. My favorite band is Judas Priest. I learned Breaking the Law. Like that was one of the first songs I learned. Deep Purple is one of my favorite bands of all time. I learned Smoke on the Water was one of the first. So you learn what you love. That's the best thing. Platypus says, "Oh, gee, technically impressive, epic, emotionally powerful." Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Lisa. JP Monteros, thank you. Fearman, Risky, Taufik, absolutely, buddy. Thank you so much. Here you go, Steve. JB, appreciate that. Donald James said, yeah, Rick was warmed up. Playing fantastic. Thanks, buddy. Mel Mark says, we'll see that Miyako's piano version of Diamond's Rust sounds like. It might change. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I have nothing but respect and admiration for what she did. But for me as a listener, you know, it's just like it's cool, you know, but it just was, I hate to say it was just, to me it was a little bit, you know, it was whatever. I don't know, I don't want to say too much. But yeah, the playing is amazing. Her playing is unbelievable, man. JP, thanks, buddy. Ryback's talking about killing in the name of stuff on courses, something about horses. I don't know that stuff too. I've heard it. I don't listen to it. Donald James says this Miyako miss it. Yeah. The Love Bites. The band is Love Bites. She's the guitar player, but she also plays piano. Pretty amazing. I mean, it's amazing. Fearless Ghost feeling Dave Grohl. I wish I was Dave Grohl some days. I'd have a lot of money then. I wouldn't have to do anything. Metal Mark says Kiss Cold Gin's another one. Yeah, that's a good one there. There's just a ton of them, man. A ton of them. Thank you, Starwind. Appreciate that very much. Paco in the house again. He said he had to let my brain recover. I know, buddy. I know. Well, let's skip around a little bit here tonight. We'll do the Until the Bitter, and I believe I have a T-shirt up on the screen. This is the an album I have. It came out. I put it out last year, re-released it last year, I should say. It's on here, right here on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube page, click on the releases tab, you can listen to my entire album. Stream it there. You can get it on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify might be coming soon. We're trying to figure that out. Well, you never know. I don't like Spotify, but at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. But this is the title track to my album. It's called Until the Bitter End. Let's give it a test run. Until the bitter end right there. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. What do we do next? All right, we'll just do Fire Within next. How about that? All right, we'll kick into the Fire Within thereafter. See what we got cooking here. Kyle Billy now, he said he ordered a pizza, man. I'm jealous of that. You know I love my pizza. You know I love my pizza. Guy, thank you so much. See, I love it when people can already determine it's a Jackson. You the man, Guy. Some people walk in and go, Ibanez, Schechter. This is a Jackson right there. But thanks, Guy. I appreciate you, brother. Zach G knows what's up there, Zach. Steve was feeling until the bitter end. That's what's up. Mr. Okimira, he says, damn, that was good. Nice. JP says blues. Sure, buddy. I'll do a whole blues song. I got a lot of blues in me. Platypus, there you go. David, you're welcome there, man. SYF, man, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Extreme Games, thank you there. Thank you, Lisa. Warren Hovermail. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Steve rocking it. It's Mr. Okamira says, that song cured my mortality. There you go. Thank you, Juji. Supra with the fire. Thank you so much, Supra. Good to see you there. Thanks, Extreme Games. Mike Crowphone, he says, God bless you. You have an amazing time. Thank you so much, Mike. Very kind of you to say. Kevin Benito's feeling, they say, this is good. Thanks, Kevin. JB Cook says, man, I'd say, I know. Steve feels it. There you go, Steve. JP, thanks, buddy. Mustafa in the house. How you doing, Mustafa? Good to see you, bro. Zach G was feeling it. He said, I was sick. Thanks, Zach. I feel pretty good. Felt pretty good. Extreme Games, there you go, man. Pella Funner got the count. 64 likes. That's what I'm talking about. Not too shabby. Rodzilla, Rudy from Houston. What's up, bro? He said, I think you're faster than Gus G. I think I am, too. I've known Gus since 2004. We went on tour together. In Japan, it was pretty awesome. I became really good friends with Gus. He's a super dude, man. But he's got everything. Gus has everything. That's what I say. His playing style, I think. He was young too, man. He was in his like 20s. I was probably 30 something, and I was lucky where I got. But yeah, also me and Gus were on an Yngwie tribute album back in 1999. He had a variant of Firewind. And then I had a band called Wicked Ways, and we were on the same tribute album back then. We had a good laugh about that. Last time I saw Gus was in town a little while ago. I saw him. Actually, I think we opened up for Firewind, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, Gus is a cool dude, man. I don't think Gus can do 30 seconds. He mostly like fast 16th notes. That's always Gus's style. Kevin, thanks, buddy. There you go, Jay. Puppet says, can you play any Korn? He saw him in concert. Wow, yeah, I know a little bit of that one. That's my favorite song. Blind is my favorite Korn song. Absolutely. Kevin says, do you like Paul Reed's? They're nice guitars, yeah. I don't like them for me. I've been playing Charvels and Jackson since I was forever. Probably since I started playing guitar realistically. I think I was 15, 16 years old when I got my first Charvel. And then, yes, I've never looked back. But I've tried out the Paul Reed's. They're very nice. Amazingly handcrafted guitars for sure. Mel Mark says, I know what you're saying, Rick. There's a big difference between JP killing pure areas and piano. That's true. That's true. But yeah, you know, it was just like I just wanted to. Maybe if she got Rob Halford to sing on it, that could be wild. Or had a singer sing on top of it. That'd been neat. But yeah, I think just the piano alone. I don't know. Technically, amazing, absolutely. Dean, what's up, brother? Good to see you. JB says, this man knows the guitars, obviously. Absolutely, brother. W Wanderlove, hello to you. Mustafa, thanks, buddy. Leo Marrero, good to see you. He said, I'm the like number 68. That's what's up, dog. Rick Hickman announced, Mustafa, thank you. JB wants a little Folkin Dolkin. All right. Brian Ameza says, harmonics tutorial. I don't have a tutorial on my page. And I can tell you real quick, I mean, the number one thing to remember is that this area right here is an invisible fretboard, and you want to play the harmonic of the note you're playing. Let's say, for instance, I'm doing let's say we're doing the 7th fret, right? Now the octave of that is 17th fret. Like I want to try and find the 17th invisible fret. You just got to look for that fret. You kind of have to play around, but you have to think of this area as an invisible fretboard, and you're going to find the octave of the note you're playing. And that's it. That's the quickest tutorial I can give. Inspiring Musician says, you can play really well. Thanks very much, buddy. I appreciate that. Extreme Game says, love people shred, just play. Trying to learn guitar right now. A bunch of beginner, no problem. And just seeing hearing makes me want to go for like an hour practice. Now there you go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Inspiring musician. This is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. It's from 1992. Victor Hugo Alvarez Bellamy. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you, man. Thanks, Mustafa. Jaker Planer Proud says, love this guy. Thank you, buddy. He says, hit the like. Absolutely, absolutely. Kyle Bill says, the chat has influenced me to dig out my Jackson from the dungeon. That's what's up, man. Gotta have it, man. You gotta have it. All right, Juji want a little docking, and well, what would I do? Okay, we'll do my good one, the one I know the best. How about that? Great song. Heard the live version of that today. Such an amazing song for a show. All right, Fire Within, we're going to load that up. Got a few new comments here. We'll check those out, and then we'll hit this Fire Within. Let's see. Vincenzo, he says, hi, Rick. I watched some days ago your registered live of your production. I want to say amazing souls. Thanks, Vincenzo. Very kind of you, buddy. Appreciate that. Oh, y'all talking about more pizza, man. All right, my favorite pizza is barbecue sauce, and if I could get meatball, that'd be amazing. But if I can't get meatball, chicken's fine. I like chicken, grilled chicken. It's amazing. And bacon, a little bacon, chicken and bacon. And barbecue sauce, that's what's up. Chicky Max says, you encourage me to play more, buddy. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. I hope I can inspire anyone out there to just go for their dream, man. Do your thing, man. I appreciate that. Donald James says, eventually I figured out how to hit those higher harmonics. That's what's up, man. Gotta know that invisible fretboard. Inspired Musician says, here's a banjo from 1909. Dang. You probably take that to Antiques Roadshow, man. It's probably worth a lot, man. That's amazing. I bet it sounds pretty good too, man. The older it is, usually the crazier it sounds. It was just everything was like handcrafted. It was all put together by hand, you know. A lot of times nowadays, everything's manufactured. That's amazing, dude. Victor says, amazing to see you, brother. You're the best. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate that, brother. Sean Himes, there you go, man. Inspiring me says, I need to get a better banjo. I haven't practiced much, but I want to get better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I never had a banjo. A friend of mine had one. He wanted me to make up a song on banjo for him a long time ago. I was like, all right. And I figured it out and help him make his song, but I've never played it since. Hit Boy Koki, he says, best live I've seen today. You shredding that thing. Thanks, Hit Boy. Appreciate that, man. Very nice. Jesus, hello to you. Thanks, Victor. Inspiring Music says, pizza is awesome. He makes pizza every day. I would love to eat it. Victor knows mozzarella. That's what's up, buddy. That's cool. It's inspiring. I would like to hear that. I bet you that is smoking. Colin Campbell says, how long you been playing? 28 years, my brother. Or, I don't know, man. I think my math is terrible. It could be 30. But it feels like 28-ish. He says, you play so smooth and effortless. Thanks, buddy. Kyle Bill says, Rick, do you know Sign of the Southern? I've heard it a million times, but I never tried to learn it. It's the sign of the Southern Cross. a great song. Great song. I never tried to learn it though. I can't think of it though. All I can think of right now is "Rise Up from the Shining," which is kind of similar to that, but later on. All right, this one's called "The Fire Within." Check this out. was the Fire Within right there. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. We put videos out every single day of the week, go live 5 times a week, and this is the greatest community you'll find. I promise you that. I hope you're having a good time either way. A lot of comments. Appreciate it. Where did we leave off? Okay, I remember that one. Thank you, Victor. Inspiring musician asks, do I have any other guitars? Yeah, I've got 5 of these Jackson Dinky Reverse Pros from 1992. I've got 3 Charvel Predators from 1991. 2 Fender Strats, one from, I'm not sure, 90, maybe a 98 or 99, and then a 2005 Strat. I have a Godin Multi-Ac, and then a Godin Encore Multi-Ac, and then a Epiphone Chet Atkins SST. I got a few for sure. This is the sad thing about guitar players. You collect guitars. You start collecting guitars. Mostly I bought these because in case one had a problem, I have a backup. And then the Charvel Predator is something I played for many, many years. And I kept finding them and buying them just to have them, you know, because they're rare. They're very rare anymore. Mossab said, you didn't feel the passing of time because you did what you love. It's true, brother. It's true. Cassie A, thank you so much for that comment. Very nice, very nice. Inspiring said, this bro got a few. That's nice, brother. Jesse Marble, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Moustache Nose, there you go, brother. Chris Liggett. Cassie, thank you. Chris Liggett in the house rocking. Colin Campbell says, favorite guitar brand to be Jackson. Obviously from the guitar that I use is Jackson. Favorite amp is Marshall. I love Marshall amps. Gift for Dad, gonna go practice. I feel it, bro. I feel it, man. Never stop. I practice all the time, dude, anymore. As much time as I can, I'll throw some practice in. Victor says, absolutely best guitarist from one of the 5 best. Man, thank you so much, Victor. You rocked, man. I love the comments, Victor. Thank you, buddy. Angry Fern, hopefully. Okay, Stars got you the Fire Within, absolutely. Todd S, there you are. He says, talent is real and cannot be fake. This is very true. Very, very true. Mazda de la Fruz, thank you, friend. Man, a lot of, okay, there we go. Chris Liggett, thank you, buddy. Colin Campbell said, like I said, smooth and effortless. There you go, brother. Let's see. Michael said he'd been all over the country and it was muggy as hell between both L.A. and Miami. Oh yeah. You come down here, it's so humid in Florida. So humid here. Cameron, thanks very much, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you, Victor. D-Max says you're so damn good, man. I love everything you do. Keep it up. Keep inspiring the world. Not let anything stop you from being the best. It's a great comment, D-Max. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Travis Kilgore in the house. What's up, bro? He says you're straight legit, homie. Stay rocking. Absolutely, my friend. Thank you, buddy. Victor, thank you. Mazdak, thank you. Electric Bloat, thank you so much. Lucas Gazers, I don't know any I don't play any, but I've listened to Avenged quite a bit. Yeah, I think Sinister Gates is an amazing player. Thanks, Chris. Mr. Kirigawa, hello to you, buddy. He says, how? I know, right? Gotta open your mind and think. How could anything be possible? Victor says the music was a cover of your own composition. Everything I do is original. Victor, all originals here, 100%. John Powell says, random question, what is your favorite time signatures playing? I mean, realistically, 4/4. I just love a good solid 4/4 beat. Beyond that, 12/8. I have a couple pieces in 12/8. Actually, that section right there, the chorus section of that last song was 12/8, and everything else was 4/4. And Sprang said, I need to make someone. I seen someone make a custom with resin and Lego. Wow, that's crazy, dude. Victor says, I know a girl that has at least 10 guitars. Nice, dude. Absolutely, Colin. My pleasure, friend. Donald James said he was practicing while he was watching the sweep sequence trick. I know, it trips me out too, dude. It's a tough one, man. Stellar Strums Abby, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Michael Cheris Marines, hoorah! What's up, brother? Good to see you. Bill Woik says, have you tried the new Midnight Baja Blast at Taco? I have not. I've had conflicting reviews. Like people on Reddit, the Mountain Dew Reddit say it was not good. It tastes like medicine. But then again, my friend at my work, he thought it was awesome. Like, dang. I think the next time I get Taco Bell, I'm gonna give it a try, just a try. Angelo Ramirez, good to see you, buddy. Hello. Michael said, yeah, Rick, it was hot down there, like Westlake, Arizona, Nevada. The heat's so dry. Yeah, you got that dry heat over there. You got the humidity down here. Chris Liggett knows Taco Bell. That's right. Victor says, you're welcome, Rick. I'm also a technical musician with advanced ear. When I say you're amazing, it's technical meaning. You already know you're amazing. Randy Rhodes level better. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Michael likes that Baja Blast. I never got into the regular Baja Blast. It was okay for me. But yeah, I like Voltage is my favorite. Pitch Black is my all-time favorite. It's hard to find. Michael says, you ever been shred, dude? I'm curious about your story. Yeah, I don't really have time to talk about my stories on the lives here like that, but you can go Google it. Michael, I promise you, buddy, just Google, like, who is Rick Renstrom on Google. And there's a lot of previous interviews and things like that I've done, so for sure. But I appreciate you, bro. Chris, he misses so much. We don't eat there anymore. Food sucks. Yeah. We got lucky. They opened up a new Taco Bell like down the road from us, and it was great for like a couple months, and now they're already starting to suck it. Like, oh god, here we go. Victor says it's your own music, absolutely amazing. I also feel that you're an amazing composer. Thank you, buddy, and you have an excellent musical feeling. Thank you, buddy. I went to college for a couple of years. It helped me out. Chris Liggett says Reddit. I know. I doom scroll Reddit often, but there's a lot of information that's good, a lot of information that's bad. You never know what to think. Michael Fairbank, Pitch Black was the bomb. That's my favorite. It's a great Mountain Dew. I loved it. Thank you, Victor. Well, here's another original for you, buddy. This one's called Speeder. Let's buckle up, everybody. We're going for a bumpy ride on this one. This is called Speeder. Let's do it. Well, Speeder, hope you're safe after that. It did get bumpy for sure. All right, let's see what we got. We'll get to the next tune. Kicking it. You're doing pretty good. With an hour in already, we're cranking it up, man. Cranking it up. Let's see where we at here. Okay. John Powell says he liked the Ice Pop Mountain Dew. Ice Pop. Oh, was that Summer Freeze? Was that the one? I got a few left of that, man. I think I have an old 12-pack of that, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, it was called the last one was called Summer Freeze. It was basically a bomb pop in a Mountain Dew. That's pretty good. Dudley says, "Can you play the Trooper?" Oh yeah, the Trooper. That's a classic. You take my life, but I'll take yours too. Hunter Man says, "I like your tattoo." Thanks, buddy. That's an old one right there. That's a band logo we had back in the 90s, and then that's the Power Slave Iron Maiden Eye of Horus right there. Thanks, man. Judy says, "So tired, I'm leaning and squinting to make out the chat. Looks like you shred the bed." All right, no problem, Judy. It's 11 o'clock. Sometimes we got to go to bed early. I feel that, no problem. Pella got that count, 97 likes. That's what's up. Little Rice Cookie said, "Yo, this is sick." And then he went, "Can you play Johnny B. Good next?" Interesting question. To go from Speeder to Johnny B. Good, but I got you. Johnny B. Good. There you go. Oh, hey, Juji. Chris Liggett, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. I don't know what I read Stardust's comment. I thought I said, "Rest those eyes and have a good sleep, champ." I don't know where I thought the word champ. Official Mario, how's it going, buddy? Have a great night, Juji. Brian Shanley, great to see you, buddy. How you doing tonight, my man? I don't know. Michael got a comment with 300 downvotes. Youch. That's not good, man. You can't have downvotes, bro. I never pay. I post whatever I post and I move on with life. I'm more of a reader. Nelson Sanabria Garcia, hello to buddy. Good to see you. Brian Stanley says, "Double tap those screen. Rick is epic every stream." Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brian. Hunter Man said, I subscribed. This is awesome. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. Tim Carroll said, "I love it. Speeder, great tune." Thanks, Tim. Hunter Mitch is feeling it. There you go, buddy. Cloud Jam Atlanta, he says, "Oh my God, the dude's so pressed. Can you sweep?" Yeah. I didn't sweep in that one. I forgot. I did sweep. Sweeping, man. Got to get a good broom to sweep. James asked, "Can you play Angry again?" I don't know it, buddy. I can't think I heard it. I don't know too much Megadeth. I listened to it, but I never tried to learn it. But I feel you, brother. Thank you. Angry again. How's that go? I kind of say I remember it. Hangar 18 is probably one I know the most, and I barely know that anymore. ZG in the house. What's up, ZG? Good to see you, buddy. A lot of comments, man. Oh my gosh. More comments than I expected. Thanks, Cloud. Eric Helix, thanks, buddy. Brian says, "Rick is always rocking hard and played the strings of the guitar." You know we do, bro. Mike, thanks, my friend. Mustafa, thank you. Justin Scott, thanks so much for that comment. Stinson, appreciate you, brother. Rossi Max, like, insanely good. I'm a new subscriber. Excellent playing. Thanks, Rossi. Appreciate that. John Powell says, "While I haven't gone through your discography, I love your style. I see your lives every once in a while. And I'm curious, how did you develop your ear?" I grew up in a musical family. My father played piano. My mother could play like a folk acoustic guitar. My aunts played, my uncles played guitar. Actually, my own aunt played violin. My grandfather played piano. So this came from a pretty musical family. Um, so I already had it instilled in me. Plus, I listened to a lot of music when I was a kid. We had an album collection that was pretty insane. So I listened to every single album we had, no matter what it was. My grandparents had a classical collection that your eyes would probably bug out to see how many classical albums there were. And I listened to almost all of those too. So yeah, it's just over time growing up, I was able to develop an ear for it. Stinson, there you go. Victor, there you go, brother. Donald James says, Speeder, always one hell of a ride. Best be buckled in. I know, right? Southwest knows the Tuesday shred. Absolutely, brother. Thanks, Steven. Victor knows that trooper. Hey, Mustafa. And then Victor says, scream for me, Brazil. 79 Acoustics, you ever hear Libica? They opened for Killswitch in 2022. I sure haven't, buddy. I'm not too familiar with too many bands. I've heard of Killswitch, and I've heard some of their stuff. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with a lot of bands in the last probably 10 years, man. I stopped listening to most everything, and it's like, listen to what I like, you know. Steve said, what was the 90s band name? Wicked Ways. Wicked Ways. Victor says, oh my God, you love Iron Maiden too? Super, mega super. That's what's up, brother. Donald James says, Tyler and me, the only ones I know that cover some of your tracks. It's true. No, I don't know anyone else that plays any of my tracks lately. And that's cool. I appreciate it. It's an honor for me that anyone would think of playing something that I've written. I love it, man. Makoto, there you are, buddy. Good to see you. Arthur Choinet. Arthur Choinet, I think. Thank you, buddy. Supra says, Christ is King. Amen, brother. God bless you, Supra. Clayton in the house. Good to see you, Clayton. How you been, bro? E-Rock says, Sweet Jackson. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Night says, know any Gary Moore? I just might, man. I just might. I love playing some Gary Moore. Is this the one? See if you recognize this Gary Moore. It's a classic. This one's a beautiful classic from Gary. Beautiful one by Gary. I've been trying to work. I have a cover or a remake of The Loner I've been trying to get together, but man, I haven't had time to keep working on it. But man, The Loner is another one I'd like to put in my arsenal here one day. But yeah, I love Gary, man. I listened to a lot of Gary Moore when I was a kid. Actually, I had a picture of Gary Moore on my guitar workbook. When I had lessons, I had a picture of Vivian Campbell, Gary Moore, and Yngwie. Those are like my three favorites when I first started learning guitar for lead. That's amazing. Anakin, what's up there? Super appreciate you, man. Dumpstale says you should play Killswitch. I should play whatever I want. You know, that's what's up. There's a lot of people that play Killswitch. My friend Jesse, aka Goldhead, plays Killswitch. Why should I? I don't. I think they're a great band, but I'm not into it. I play my own songs, the original songs. I write my own songs. I play my own songs because that's the way to do it. There's a time in your life where you have to learn covers. There's a time in life where you stop learning covers. Donald James, no, sweep the leg, absolutely. Thank you, Victor. Guitar Pro, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. John Powell says, what's your all-time favorite album of all time? Probably, it's a tough one. I'd say like Deep Purple in Rock is up there. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance is very high up on the list. There's a few. Queensryche, Race for Order. I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Tropic Forest says, "Hey, I love your stuff. I know it's a bit on the nose, but do you know any Diego?" No, I sure don't, man. I don't play anything. I really never knew about him. Everyone talked about him, like, Diego. Like, and it's not like we're any type of similarity, honestly. But yeah, he's a gypsy jazz player. I played jazz in college for a little while, but it was Al Di Meola that it was my hero, my jazz hero, or jazz fusion progressive hero. That was my guy right there. Victor says, "Thank you for doing that, Bruce Scream." I know, right? Bruce is amazing, man. I've got a friend that plays keyboards in Bruce's solo band, and it's amazing to hear, man. He gives me all kinds of backstage footage of Bruce. It's hilarious. 79 Acoustic, Iron Man Killers was his favorite. Nice, dude. Mine's Power Slave. I love Power Slave. Thank you so much, E-Rock. Thank you, Victor. Night Night No still got the blues. That's what's up in Loner. Yeah, Loner's a beautiful song. Clayton says, "You should play some Rick Renstrom." Now, that's something I would do. I would totally play Rick Renstrom. Fish Chump says, "What's your most recent original?" I wrote one on Saturday, and we'll be playing it probably after this one. So yeah, hang tight. It's a really cool one. And I went back and I redid a lot of stuff. I remixed it and added some more oomph to it. But for first off, we're going to do Storm Rider next. Because we got to play that one. Then we'll kick into that new original. And we'll do some more newer stuff as well. But this one's called Storm Rider right here. We all ride the storm every day. No matter who you are, no matter what you are. You're riding the storm out there. And that's why we're the Storm Riders. So let's kick into it. So we made it through the core set list right now, and then we got about 40 minutes left. So let's get some new tunes cooking here. I got a brand new song that we just released on Saturday. So let's get that warmed up here. Let's see what we got. A lot of great comments. I thank you so much for hanging out here tonight. Corey asks, how many songs have you written? Let me see, man. Let's see, as far as... Okay. I have to subtract a few. Let's see. Well, along with my solo album stuff, let's see, that's 127 here minus, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 130, I'd say about 130 songs over the last couple of years. It's a lot, I know, but that's what I love to do. I love to write. And there's a lot of years I didn't write. I didn't do anything, you know. I just kind of stopped playing guitar, stopped playing music, this and that. But yeah, I've written quite a few over the last couple of years. I've been inspired to, you know, been very inspired. Michael says, throwing trash behind you and forgetting about it, not throwing it out is pretty effed up. I guess if it's in public, yeah. If it's in your privacy or no, probably not. Because I'm pretty bad at it too. I'm very bad at trash. But I do put it away at some point. I will get to it. I will get to it. That's my policy. Donald James, there you go, brother. He knew he was surfing that hurricane right there. Victor says, this is epic. I watched Bruce's gig in Sao Paulo in 2023. Yeah, that's a great one. Thanks, Jay Cave. Good to see you, buddy. Evan in the house. How you doing, Evan? General Slaw, thank you so much. Clayton said, he said, shredding like cabbage for coleslaw. That's how we do. Victor was feeling that one. There you go. Fish Chump said, melodic sound with the shred session. Kind of reminds him of Petrucci. That's amazing, dude. John's a legend, bro. And then I appreciate that, man. Angry Monkey in the house, he was feeling that one. That's what's, he said, hell yeah, brother, let's go. That's what's up, bro. Good to see that. Good to see that. Lisa's phone did a restart. Dang. Clay said, dang, I missed, dang, knew I missed a lot. I know. No problem. We got another good 40 minutes left here. I'm playing a bunch of new songs, so check it out, check it out. Victor says, absolutely. Hey, what's the name of that one? That one's called Storm Rider. If anyone's interested to hear that again, it is on my channel. Surprisingly, only like 800 some views for this song, but if you want to hear it again, just go to my YouTube page or under the video section, Storm Rider. You can hear that for sure, for sure. There you go, down. Bang Me says, can you freestyle for us? We could. Let's see, what can we do? I freestyled at the very beginning, but... There you go, buddy. Victor said, he thinks that's his favorite song. Nice, brother, nice. Clayton said his power level's over 9,000. Oh, yeah. Victor says, never stop anywhere, bro. You're a legend. Absolute legend. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Trejo Donut, thank you so much for that super chat. He says, excellent guitarist, man. Good continuity. Thank you so much, Trejo. Appreciate that. Michael says, Rick, I don't disagree. I'm not saying you can't have a mess, but storing hundreds of used empty toilet paper rolls behind the toilet. Okay, that's kind of weird. I might have one. But 100? That's a lot. But yeah, I try and keep it clean, you know, mostly. But yeah, there's a lot of times I'm just like throwing stuff in a pile and then I'll clean it up as soon as possible, you know. Or start it up so you say, you better clean that up. I go, yeah, I'll get it. I'm a procrastinator. That's my problem. I've been a procrastinator my whole life, you know. I'm always procrastinating about certain things. Most things I just don't want to do. Like my mom would tell me to go clean your room. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, it's always gonna be tomorrow. Until she said, you better clean your effing room. Okay, I'm cleaning it. I'm getting it. All right. Let's see. We got a brand new song right here, just released or played for the first time on Saturday. I played it again Sunday, and I haven't played it since. So we're gonna try and get through it. I think I got a title for it because at the end of the song, I have a Latin choir singing Sanctus, the word Sanctus, which is Latin, which also means sacred. So I think we're going to call this song Sacred. Let me know what you think about that. But check it out. This one's a brand new one. That's the new song called Sacred right there. Man, that ending goes hard. I gotta say, that ending goes hard. That's a fun song, and I appreciate you hanging out listening to that one. There's a lot going on in that song, for sure, for sure. Let's see, Donald James says, how about an Andy, a rock solo set? I love you, Andy. So you got it, brother. And thank you for that super chat, Donald. I truly appreciate it. That's the next week. We'll do Trapped. I'll see if I can do Overactive. But we'll do Trapped for sure, and Welcome Home for sure. I have overactive imagination. Oh, man, I always forget it. Clayton says, the procrastination pile. I know it well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. JB knows, clean your room. My mom was strict. She didn't mess around, man. JB says, I just realized you're using a different guitar. Yeah. I'm trying to use like my other guitars. I'm letting my strings settle on my purple guitar. But yeah, I have to stretch them out for a couple days, man, before I can start playing it. That way they don't go out of tune so bad if you stretch them out good enough. Victor was thinking, he's feeling the Storm Rider was an epic jam. Thanks, buddy. Mama Shredder, how you doing, Mama? Great to see you there. Good to see you. Kyle Shock says, the most impressive compared to what people doing here. Thank you so much, buddy. I know, I've doom scrolled this myself, man. And it's amazing what I see. And it's amazing how many people watch something. You know, I don't know how they do it. I don't know. I don't wish anything. I wish all you people enjoy what I do. And that's all I care about. People come here and enjoy what I'm playing and what we're doing. That's what means the most to me, honestly. If it's 50 people, it's 1,000 people, it's all good to me. And I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out here tonight. Derail's in the house talking about Happy Taco Tuesday. How you doing, Derail? Good to see you, buddy. The Uka says, any tips on understanding theory? I've been playing for 15 years, but I've always played by ear. I feel like I'm learning a whole new language. Theory, buddy, it's tough. There's nothing I can teach in a few moments. But if you're interested, join my Discord. I'm teaching a lesson right now on modes and how to understand that. It's part of theory, but man, there's so much to it. There's so much to theory in itself. If you're looking to really, really get into it, take a course. A community college course, Music Theory 101 or something, or find a teacher online or in person that can work with you every week. I know it costs money and all that stuff, but man, if it's something you want to know, it's worth it. It's worth it. I trust me, buddy. It's worth it. But it's very hard to understand. But you have to start from the beginning. You know, learning chords, how these chords are formed, how scales are formed from the chords. How a circle of fifths dictates what key you're playing in, you know, or how to play within a key, and how to modulate to the next key and things like that. So there's a lot to it. I mean, I could go on for hours, but we only have about 23 minutes left. But yeah, if you're interested, join my Discord. I am teaching a lesson on modes right now. We're going a little slow, but we have 4 modes up so far. And when the main focal person that we're teaching gets all 7, everyone will have all 7 as well, and then I'll go to the next step, which is going to be something big, I think. Clay said, "This is another home run, my friend." Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I wasn't feeling it at first when I was writing. I was like, it's all right. But then start putting stuff on it, and it's like, wow, this is coming together. And to play over, it's even crazier. Victor says, previous song, Storm Rail, I'll never forget that name. There you go, buddy. Sean Lamontagne, thank you so much. Thank you, Derail. Victor says, wow, this one really beautiful and progressive. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Victor, again. Mama said, thanks, September's an insane month, hoping to catch up. It's a pretty slow month for us around here, but we'll see. I wait for October to kick in so we get going again here. Dog Eat, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Stardust says Discord. Yes, get on that Discord. Oh, let's see. I missed the comment there. Okay, there we go. Donald Jane says, you're bad, and that's fully disturbed. What a banger song. I like it. Thank you, Donald. I appreciate that, brother. Sometimes when I sit down and start writing a song, I have no idea. I literally sat down and I remember we were talking about harpsichord. And I want a harpsichord song. And Ashley K was talking about a harpsichord song. All right, let me start with a harpsichord. and just come up with the very first couple riffs and melodies, and then build it from there. Brian Shanley said this song is amazing. Even the double tap. Everyone double tap that screen. Don't forget to buy a T-shirt. Help support the channel. Indeed, it does. Brian, thank you, brother. Thank you, Victor. Stephen Ernie, how you doing, Steve? Great to see you. He says very awesomely performed. I love it. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Darrell. Uka, thank you. Brian was clapping for that one. That's awesome, buddy. JB said I super enjoyed that new song. Thank you, buddy. Victor knows sanctus, yes, Latin for sacred. Darrell says don't forget to hit that like button. That's right. Thank you, Victor. Elijah Cooper, what's up, brother? Arnold Boots says, playing God. No, Polyphia, no, I don't know any Polyphia. Great band, though. Great players, unbelievable players, but I never try to learn it. Look for Tyler Shep on here. He doesn't even like playing it anymore, but he could play it. Elijah said he made a dirt track in his backyard for his go-kart dirt bike. Dude, that's what's up, man. That's one of my dreams right there. If I could ever have, a house with maybe, 4 or 5 acres and then build a go-kart track, like an asphalt go-kart track. Have a nice little garage with a couple of go-karts, and everyone could ride go-karts. That's always one of my dreams. To have, for my personal life, have a go-kart track. That's 6, Elijah. I like the sound of that. Good to hear, Darrell. JB says, I do enjoy the music, Rick, and the chat family is right on. Absolutely, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Rick said, Howie Wooden, bro. You're an absolute musician. Thank you, sir. Donald James says, I need to go back and study all the modes again to refresh my memory. The knowledge has to be internalized. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that I'm teaching Jake how to do it, because he's going to take it slow. And I want you guys to take it just as slow. I want you to understand and be able to play those modes up and down without fail. As long as you can do that, that's what we're doing. We got 4 so far. So if you can play all 4 modes up, down, up, down, up, down, then we're in for something. Everyone's skill level is gonna raise big time. So let's get it, man. Everyone who wants it on the Discord, get on there and learn these scales. We're gonna get it. Oka says, thanks for extensive pile hit upon Discord. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. The Discord link is in my bio here on YouTube. But for sure, I can answer a lot more questions on there for sure. Thanks, Lisa. Labana says, thank you for everything. Please show us your tone and amplitude. Yes, sir, for sure. I've shown it a million times, but check it out. For those that care, I do use Amplitude 5, and I'll go over what I use. There it is. All right, so Amplitude 5 right here, Amplitude 5 Max. This right here is called the JH Gold, aka the Marshall JTM45 Plexi. I plug into the number 1 input, of course. We have a very simple 10-band EQ, flat, except for the mids are scooped. We have a gate here, just so it doesn't sound like this all the time. And this is called the Rox Veridode Plus, which is a emulator of the MXR Distortion Plus. As you can see, everything's turned to 11 right there. Then I have basically two heads running into the stereo to 2 cabinets. And this is just a classic GT1275C JCM 800 style cabinet. I do use what's a Neumann U87 microphone and a SM57 microphone. And that's it. Very, very simple. Very simple. About as simple as it gets, honestly. I like to keep it simple, honestly. Let's see. Louis Cap, thank you so much, buddy. Don J says Tim Henson is an alternate picking genius. I see many like Tyler get influenced. Yeah. He's changed the way you play guitar. He changed the way you play guitar these days, and that's great, man. He's followed along with like people like Hendrix and Yngwie and Van Halen. They changed the way you play guitar. They influence a whole nother generation. Same with Tosin Abasi, man. Soham says, I'm a beginner. Can you help me with the pentatonic scale? What help would you like, my friend? That's the question. Because a pentatonic scale is nothing but a minor scale or major scale with some of the notes taken out of it. But let me know if you have a deeper question, a more detailed question than that. AB Damp Nice says, can you play something on, please? Absolutely, brother. Oka, Discord link, yeah. Bio here, the bio, whatever. My main page, look for the links. Victor says, sacred, absolutely beautiful song and amazing harmonies and melodies. Very complex. Thank you, sir. Mr. Shell, now it's a long time no see, buddy. He says, how was your day? My day was wonderful, Mr. Shell. How about you, bud? Mute Mind says, Dio Strange Highway is it's a great record, honestly. It's sad, though, because the guitar player, his name is Tracy G. If you don't know who Tracy G was, he was also in a band called World War III, or WW3, with Mandy Lyon, Jimmy Bain, and Vinny Appice. And that album's a masterpiece. It's a freaking masterpiece. And Tracy G's riffs are just unbelievable. I love his riffs. And when I heard he was going to be in Dio, I was like super excited. And it just didn't come off to me as the same, but it's a great record. He's got some great songs, but the riffs, I don't know, man. There's a couple tunes on it. Was it Sunset Superman? The Jesus and Mary Chain was a good one. There's a bunch on there, but it was a great record. But just, man, I think it was like running out of steam or something at the time. I'm not sure what the deal was with that. It's an underrated record too, man. People don't talk about it too much. I'm glad you're talking about it, Mr. Mute Mime. It's a great one. I have it. I have a copy of it here, and I have it on my iTunes as well. There's another tune on there that was pretty dope. I can't remember. J. Dutch says, favorite guitar? These ones, the Jackson. They're from 1992 Jackson Dinky Reverse Pros. It's everything I could ever ask for in a guitar. Thanks, Victor. Sharkbait, thank you, brother. Mr. Shelley said, tired some. He played some D&D with some people. Very, very fun. I wish I could have finished. We only had an hour to play through, and his dungeon master wanted with an ancient black dragon. Dang, bro. Mr. Shelley said that was the last thing. He said, Mr. Oka says, I'm having an issue with the Discord. I went to your bio and tells me it's expired. Really? Anyway, not trying. No problem, Oka. Man, no big deal. Really? I don't have Discord on this, or do I? Let me check, man. It shouldn't expire. It's just a straight link. YouTube. Renstrom to your channel. Let me check. I don't even know, bro. Discord. Oh. Interesting. Why is my invite invalid? Well, I'm glad you're testing this out, bro. Huh. Wonder why that is. No. Okay. Well, buddy, thanks for telling me. Shoot. I'll have to fix that, bro. I'll have to fix that. Thank you for testing that. No one's tested that for me. So yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Stardust might have the link to the Discord, honestly. But we'll get it up here. We can get it up here and copy and paste it, if anything. Don said he was a dungeon master back in the day. Everyone demanded for him to be. Came with some crazy scenarios. That's what's up, man. Rosana Boyanoche, good to see you. Mr. Shell says he must leave. He got to drink a lot of water. If my throat was a desert, it'd be the Death Valley. I feel it, man. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Oka. Yeah, Stardust. If you have the link to the Discord, it's on my phone. I don't have it here. I wonder if you could. I wonder if you could search on Google. I'm gonna check that. Rick Renstrom Discord. Wow, I have no search engine optimization for Discord. All right, well, you found some cracks in my armor there. I gotta figure that out, buddy. We'll get it to you. Someone has to have the Discord link. I don't have it on me. Maybe I do. Hold up. Dang it, I sure don't, bro. I gotta fix that problem. But thank you. We'll get you there, buddy. JB, there you go, bro. Don says he had Discord on his desktop. Yeah, I don't have it on this computer. I have it on my other computer in the living room. Yeah. But yeah, it's true. When you click on that link, it says invalid, which is bizarre. I don't know why. But I will fix that. Anyway, all right, let's move on. We got another song here. We got about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes left. This one's called 090625. I don't have a title for this one yet, but it's a pretty cool song. Check it out. song right there. I almost forgot. We got to play Donald James's request. I almost forgot, yo. Let me scroll down to the Andy LaRock section of the grocery store here. Let's see. We'll do Welcome Home first. So warm up by Andy Jams. Yo, thanks for listening to that one. That's a crazy one right there. Another new song. I wrote that. September was a weird month for YouTube, but a great month for songwriting. I wrote some crazy jams this month. Man. Okay, Anti's got the link to that. How do I copy this? Am I sure I want to leave? Yeah, I'm sure I want to leave YouTube. Opening Discord. Okay, weird. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that invite. I will fix that. But hopefully, Uka, you can click on that link or copy and paste that link, however it may be. I'd appreciate it. Lisa, Rick, my Discord says the same thing and won't let me sign in. Weird. Yeah, because Lisa, we need to get you on our Discord so we can see all them dogs you got. Victor says you have uploaded any covers to your channel or only originals. I wanted to ask if YouTube alone is good enough to make a living through music because I want to try. Yeah, Victor. I mean, I've got a couple cover solos up there. I think the Rainbow Temple of the King I did a cover of, and I did pretty good. It's still getting views, interesting, but mostly original stuff. I try and mainly shill my original material. You know, I played covers as a kid. I'm tired of playing someone else's stuff when I play my own stuff. You know what I mean? As far as making a living through YouTube, it's very tough, my friend. Very, very tough. I have a real job. I don't make a living through YouTube at all. YouTube is very nice. It helps me keep putting money toward my studio and getting better sound equipment and things like that and better video equipment. But as far as making a living, I've been doing this for 2.5 years and I don't make any living through YouTube, that's for sure. But I have a lot of fun doing it. That's the most important part. And we'll see what happens. You know, I keep working hard and you never know what might happen. Jim C, thanks, brother. Lisa, thank you. Metal Mark says favorite Dio song. Probably Holy Diver, honestly. Holy Diver, Last and Last, a tough one, man. There's a lot of them. We Rock's a great one. But if I had my choice, Holy Diver. That one smokes. Man. JB Cook said, my speaker's on fire. There you go, man. You gotta have that fire extinguisher ready for some of this stuff, man. PB 2025, thank you, brother. Jim C says, bro out here performing better than most active on stage artists, even studio performance, and it's here for us to enjoy for free. Absolutely. What a cool thing you're doing. I appreciate that, Jim C. Absolutely, buddy. I have fun doing it. It's enjoyable for me. I love playing guitar. You know, there was time I didn't like playing guitar anymore. I quit playing guitar because I was so done with it. You know, it was the music business that really got me. Now I'm kind of free to do whatever I want. You know, and there's no music, there's no record label or producer or manager over top of me. And yeah, so it's nice. So I can kind of enjoy myself. I'm kind of having a lot of fun since. This is the most fun I've had since I was like a real young kid, you know, playing guitar. Don said, I forgot myself. I never forget, man. You don't remember, I'll never forget. Victor says, song name, that was epic. Yes, that's no song. It's 090625, just the date I wrote it on. RSI says, hey, bro, where are you from? I'm from Akron, Ohio. That is where I am from. I swear to God. Victor, you're welcome, buddy. Metal Mark says, Rick, any idea how the name Shred got tied to playing? So I don't know, honestly. That's a good question, Mark. That's a really good question. I think it just started happening. You know, people were playing so fast, and it sounded like it just came as shredding. I never called it that when I was a kid. It was just, I don't know what I called it. I don't remember calling it shredding until someone said, that shreds. I'm like, it does? Okay. Donald says, don't rely on streaming to support yourself. That's true. Just view whatever revenue you get as extra. It's true. Yeah, 100%, man. Like I said, everything I get here, it goes towards the studio. I've been upgrading all my equipment for 2.5 years now. Just getting better and better quality stuff. And that's how you got to do it. And there's ways to make a living on YouTube, but you have to do long form videos. They have to be getting hundreds of thousands of views constantly. I mean, just can't get up here and play guitar and expect hundreds of thousands of views. That doesn't happen very often. Victor says, keep going, Rick. You'll be getting more and more famous on YouTube. We try, man. 2 years ago, I had 0, and here we are, 67,000. So thanks, everyone that does subscribe, man. I certainly do appreciate it. Jim C says, got a new follower tonight for sure. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate you, brother. Don says, that's because Rick invented shred. Yeah, I don't know where it originated from. I mean, it was an 80s thing. I do recall it was from the 80s. But, man, I don't know who came up with it. It's an interesting topic. JB's from the Cortland area. Oh, no kidding, dude. Wow, man. Actually, my great aunt and uncle lived in Warren, Ohio. And I think my other great aunt lived in Niles. So we was up in that area, and I know Cortland very well. Wasn't there was a Cortland, God, was it? It's like a festival up in Cortland every year. We used to go to some festival up there. Francisco says, brother, every time I hear you play, I feel so inspired. Thank you, Francisco. Oka says, literally was wondering the same thing regarding shredding 2 nights ago. My theory is that implies that you're going fast on the neck, being shredded or destroyed. That's a good theory. That's a legit theory. Thank you, Victor. CJ says, hey, man, what's good? I ain't going to be here long, but it's almost 12. Yes, sir, 12 here too. But he got school and decided to pop in for it. Good to see you, CJ, man. I appreciate you stopping by real quick, and I hope you have a great rest of your night or day tomorrow for sure. Victor said, you deserve all the best for your super dedication. Oh, thank you, buddy. We try, man. All I can do is work hard, man. That's all anyone can do. Just work hard. And then have fun on top of it. And you never know where you might get. All right, these are for Donald James. This one is the King Diamond Welcome Home solo from Andy LaRocque. That's Andy LaRocque solo numero uno. That was Welcome Home. Now we'll do number 2 solo, Trapped in the Corner from Death. This one's a killer solo here. There, Andy LaRocque 2 times, man. What should we end with? I think we'll end with Freeze tonight. I'm sorry. I think we'll end with Voltage tonight. How about that? Those who know voltage know voltage. Those who don't will find out really quickly. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We did hit over 67,000 tonight. Much appreciated once again to everyone that supports me and subscribes to the channel. I truly do appreciate it. And this has been one heck of a journey, and I've just been having a good time doing it, you know what I mean? So thanks, everybody. Where we go here? Okay, let's see. JB says Cortland is where Ronnie James is. He really? I thought he was from New York. Upstate New York. I thought that's where he's from. I don't know. Donald James says I view 67,000 as a successful channel, even if you're not getting that much revenue from it. 100K plaque is the goal. True that, man. It's a very I couldn't imagine this. You know, if you asked me 2.5 years ago, like, yeah, man, you'll be at 67,000 in a couple of years. I'd have thought you crazy. I would have thought you were crazy. But yeah, I've worked extremely hard. You know, the first year or so was just be kind of understanding how social media and YouTube worked and stuff like that. And then this year, starting actually part of the end of last year, I started really putting a lot of work in, learned a lot of time, making some changes, and they worked. You know, they worked, and thank God they worked. There you go, Victor. And CJ said, "Dang, that's right out the gate with the bang." You know that's right. Nameless Guitars, holy man, this guy's even better guitarist than me. I feel you, Nameless Guitar, man. No worries, brother. Nobody's better than nobody, man. We just do what we do. Victor's forget the Dream Theater guys. They had King Diamond. Those were cover solos, Victor. And one was King Diamond. The second one was Death. Eduardo Campos from Brazil. Boa noche, Eduardo. Good to see you, buddy. And we got Carlos Eduardo, man. What's up, Carlos? Thank you, Eduardo. Lisa Anderson, thank you. Nameless and the Mick Mars, thank you, guy, for saying pure G. Thank you, Nameless. That's awesome, dude. JB knows Brazil. I don't know if you can notice, but I got an Ayrton. For all my Brazilian fans, I got an Ayrton Senna Funko Pop. Just got it the other day. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. CJ says, "What's the first song you played?" Oh, what was the first song you played? That was King Diamond. Welcome Home. Donald James says, "Even Chuck solo for extra measure." I've been working on it. I've been trying to get it down. Victor knows. Andrea Mix in the house talking about Duran Square. You know that. It's a great song. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate that. Nameless, thank you so much, buddy. God bless you too, man. Thank you very much. Sergey Mironov, what's up, brother? Great to see you tonight, man. Victor says, "What time is it there in your state?" It is 12:06 a.m., sir. 12:06. Andrew says, "One lick from Wicked Sensation, but not Wicked." That's the only one. I got that Wicked Sensation. Oh, JB says, "Oh, Cortland." Oh, there's a Cortland, New York, too. There's a Cortland, Ohio, as well. You know, I think they make apple. There's a big apple orchard in Cortland, now that I remember. Hero PR, what's up, buddy? Andrew said Rick loves Duran, but loves Lynch Top. You know that's right. James Tabor, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Just Arun says, "Yo, play some rock." Heck yeah, man. We rocking. James said, "I've been playing We Rock lately." Oh, that's a great one, man. Yeah, how's it go? I was looking at it the other day. I remember that riff though. "Cause we rock. We rock." DL goes hard on that one for sure. Generosity Sarah Dunia Akara, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Mel Mark says there's one song by Unlucky Morpheus that's cool. They play a song forward and they play the melody backwards in the second half of the song. Wow. That's basically how Bach did things, you know. Bach would he would take the bass part and then he'd take the melody and then take the bass part of that and reverse it. Counterpoint. Just Haroon, I'm doing great, buddy. James, I live in Florida. Victor says, and also original from Brazil. There you go. He loves Ayrton Senna. Very nice, brother. Generosity. There you go, bro. JB says apples are big in upstate. There you go. James knows that We Rock by Dia. Oh yeah, that's a classic, dude. That's a classic. All right, we're gonna play some Voltage. This may or may not be the last song. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But in case this is the last song, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If this song don't do it for you, I don't know what else will. I am actually running out of voltage here, so when the voltage runs out, the shred stops. Let's kick it into overdrive. This one's called Voltage. Hope you enjoy it. Voltage right there, Voltage. That's a crazy jam. All right, let's see. 12-12. 12-12 right now. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We got a lot of comments, so I appreciate each and every one of these comments. And thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Andrew said, that's where I'm at. There you go. Victor says 12:06. Here in Netherlands, plus 6 hours, 6 in the morning here in Shoggen. You in the Netherlands? That's awesome, dude. When I put my solo album came out the first time, I was signed to a record label in the Netherlands called Mascot Records. I've been there. It's an amazing place. A beautiful place, man. CJ said, yo, this is an original? Yes, sir. It's called Voltage. I don't have it released anywhere just yet. There was a live stream from the other, like last week, I did like a ton of, man, what's it called, man? I did like 2 hours of just tunes, man. I know that one's on there. Where was that? I think it was some pre-recorded stream or something. I don't remember what it was. It was interesting. I couldn't stream a couple weeks ago, so I just like threw some stuff out there. RKB, thank you. Steve W, appreciate that, brother. CJ, there you go. Thank you, Victor. Steve W said, I saw that smile. Yeah, I made a mistake. That was my smile for my mistake. I hit some bad notes, man. Some bad notes. Looks like some Thai language there. He said hi, hello to you, buddy. JB says great song, does the trick for sure. Absolutely, my friend. Sin vendas en las ojos. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Skate Brat. Thank you. I'm sorry, Skate Rat 86. Thank you, buddy. OK says one of my faves. Always amazes me. Thank you. Thank you. Mark the guitar player is in here. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, buddy. Connor Cooley, hello, my friend. Blood Eye Ninja said impressive. He just subbed. Thank you for subscribing, Blood Eye Ninja. He said those runs, though. There's some wild ones in there. Thanks, RKB. CJ says you're on Apple Music. I sure am, buddy. My main album, Until the Bitter End's available on iTunes and Apple Music. Absolutely. Mark said he's sorry. He's like, never be sorry, Mark. It's all good. Life always comes first, my friend. But we're always glad to see you here. Blood Eye Ninja, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. If you can see the words, or Dinky Reverse Professional. Rodney says, wow, do you use standard? I don't. It is standard, but I do standard D. So everything is down one whole step down. Sergey, thanks, brother. Victor says, absolutely incredible. Amazing banger, rock and roll, melodic metal. Thank you, buddy. JB says, shout out to the Netherlands. Absolutely, man. It's a great place, wonderful place. Very nice. I enjoyed my time there for sure. Mark knows 67K. That's what's up, Mark. Thank you, buddy. Badass Garage. He said, that's some nice shred. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Agam. He says, Lagu Kami from, I'm not sure what that flag. Where's Tyler Shep when you need him? Because he could tell me what flag that is. I want to say it looks like almost Indonesia. Is that right? I can't remember. Mel Mark knows Beethoven. Oh, Mel Mark says Beethoven, Vivaldi, Mozart, or Bach. In order: Mozart, Bach, Vivaldi, Beethoven. Those would be my order of those four. But yeah, Mozart is always my favorite. Richard says, yes, I'm in Holland. Super beautiful country. I'm going back to Spain this month. My grandfather's Spanish. Very nice, dude. That's amazing. Lisa says, thank you so much. Victor says, do you like Muse? I sure don't. I'm not into them. You know, it sounds like a really cool band, but not my cup of tea, honestly. Lisa says, have a blessed night and stay safe, everyone. Absolutely. Mark said he's so tired. I know, buddy. It was like 12 o'clock here, so what time is it for you? Getting late. You got school tomorrow or what? I got to go to work tomorrow. Sergey, thanks, buddy. AP, thank you, brother. Good to see you. Well, I didn't say guitar. I mean, there you go. No worries, man. Raz announced, he said, Rick, I fell asleep. Hope I can watch your next live. Hope you had a good night. That's a good one, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be back. It's Wednesday night, Eastern time at 10 p.m. So if you guys want to, any of you that missed some of the show, come on back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be shredding again. Music Militia, what's up, yo? Good to see you, buddy. Mark says that Brody stream. How did it go? Donald James says Chopin is number one, then Beethoven. You like them pianos? Yeah, Chopin and Beethoven are very piano centric. Mozart was very orchestra centric, which is what I love. Uka, I've heard of Polyphia, of course. Yeah. Amazing band, amazing musicians. Tim Henson's a great guitar player. I do prefer Scotty LePage, his style over anything. Joseph C. said his mom married Ronnie and Wendy in Las Vegas. That's awesome, dude. That's amazing. I never got to meet Ronnie, but I got a letter from Wendy Dio once, a rejection letter from a Dio audition. I tried, man. I tried. I wanted to be in Dio so bad when I was a kid, but I didn't. I wasn't ready for that either way. David Zaso, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Metal Mark says, "Oh yeah, 'cause I'm so tired, so tired." It's a great song, classic. Metal Mark says, "I'm sorry, Mark the guitar player says it's midnight. Yeah, it's getting late, brother." JB says 10 o'clock, so he's mountain time there, or somewhere around there. Mountain time. Victor said, "I understand my father don't like Muse neither. He loves Iron Maiden." I love some Iron Maiden. Jake Vibe said, "He's sorry, he late." Man, what are you and Mark hanging out? You and Mark come at the same time. No worries, Jake. That's all good, brother. It's all good. It's always good, brother. No problems. You could be late, you could be early, you could not show up at all, and I will not be mad at you. Never be mad. There you go, Raz. Andrea said, with skill like that, no JJ. I wish, Andrea. Unfortunately, yes, I have a very good job. I do enjoy what I do, but I would much rather just play guitar all day and write music and record albums and stuff. I did that once in my life from 1995 to 2005. That's all I did. Record albums, play guitar, go on tour. That was it. It was the life. JB says, yeah, Iron Maiden fan too. There you go, brother. I love some Iron Maiden. CJ says, who's your favorite guitar player? Yngwie J. Malmsteen. All day, all night, man. Still my favorite. JB said, Dia wish they had known you. Yes, Valentine, yeah. There was a time when Dia was holding auditions, and I sent an audition tape and the whole 9 yards. Me playing my best Last in Line and Rainbow in the Dark and all his solos for his songs and stuff. And I still have the letter. I still have the letter from Wendy Dio saying that, thank you, but we're not interested. I was like, I tried, man, I tried. Victor loves Iron Maiden. Jake says, you're too kind, Rick. I tried, brother, you know. There you go, JB. Rhyme and Ancient Mariner, that's a good one. See? Jake, you watch out. Stardust gonna get you tonight. Absolutely. I'm trying to think what we got. Maybe we could swing one more. Let me look at my list here. You guys want to hear something heavy or something mid-level? Real quick. Heavy? Real heavy or mid-level? Kind of, you know, not so heavy. Let me know. We'll swing in one more here. Mark says, I'm so glad I didn't miss the stream. No doubt. What was the one? Maybe we could do it. I know what? I'll do Intimidator. I know Donna likes Intimidator. I can find it. Or should I? All right. I'll tell you what. Based on these song titles, how do I do a poll? Oh yeah, start a poll. Oh, here we go. Incarnatus or Intimidator. All right. Based on these two song titles, I might have spelled Intimidator wrong. I spelled it right. Based on these song titles, what would you want to hear? Intimidator or Incarnatus? Jake says heavy for the win. Intimidator's heavy. Incarnatus pretty heavy too. Mark says mid-level. I'm old. And I'll do how about some cover solos real quick? Some classic cover solos. Let me see what's a good one here. All right, we'll do an Yngwie. We'll do my favorite Yngwie cover solo. And then we'll do an Ozzy solo. How about that? how about we do my top three? Ingve. Someone said it was clamoring about Ozzy, so we'll do that. We'll do the Ozzy next. How about How about Bark at the Moon? Bark at the Moon. Go Jake E. Lee, Ozzy. That's a classic. It's a classic. What was the other one? I love this solo too. I'm gonna run down a quick list of some solos here real quick while you guys are voting. How about that? Warren DeMartini, Rat, Lay It Down. That's a classic. We'll do this Judas Priest one cause I love it. You can't go wrong with Judas Priest. My timing on that first part. Oops. That's what happens though, man. That's what happens though. All right, let's check out this poll real quick. We're gonna end the poll right now. But bam. Intimidator is the winner. All right. Intimidator it is. Let me cue that up. Intimidator. It's a good song. It's a fun song. This one's a mean song. It's very mean. It's just like the Intimidator. If you know who the Intimidator is in history, it's a very mean song like that. He's one of my favorites. He was one of my heroes back when I was a kid. All right, let's see. Jake said, yeah, I misclicked. No. Mel Mark said, sales of Carolina. Yeah, I could have done that when I thought about it. A little long one, but I'll play it this week. Ain't no doubt. There you go, Jake. JB said, Intimidator. Jake said, I meant to vote for that. You got lucky, buddy. You got lucky tonight, Jake. No problem, man. No problem. Thanks, Steve. Manson Garoon, there you go, brother. Jake says, please vote for us. Now Mark says, trapped under ice. You never want to get trapped under ice, Mark. Jake said, I hate my phone. I know. No, Mark said, Bark at the Moon, that's a great song for Halloween. You know that's right. Violet Leviathan, thanks, buddy. Mark, have a great night, my friend. David said, you don't know what it's like. Yeah, buddy. JB said, also a Rad fan. You know I have good taste now. Oh, absolutely. I love Rad, dude. Rad was my jam. I had all the Rat records back in the day. Jake is ready for it. He was ready for it. Metal Levi's at the Dark Lord is proud. Victor knows the Undertaker. Metal Mark says, will Intimidator be intimidating? A little bit, a little bit. Donald James said, wait, who was the Intimidator? It's Dale Earnhardt Sr., brother. Number 3, Dale Earnhardt was called the Intimidator. I actually wrote this song. I watched this Amazon documentary about Dale Earnhardt Sr. He was one of my heroes growing up. I loved Dale Earnhardt when I was a kid, and through him in my adulthood as well. But I watched this series about him, and it got me a melody popped in my head. CJ says, what inspired you to play guitar? Judas Priest. Realistically, I wanted to play Judas Priest. David, what's up, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Victor says, who your favorite guitar players and your favorite band? Yngwie Malmsteen and Judas Priest. See, Lisa Anderson knows. Yeah. JB knows number 3. This one's always for my man Dale. This one's called The Intimidator. This is it for real, I promise. I'm out of here after this. But this song is called Intimidator. And this is the last song of the night. I want you to know, make sure if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I do go live 5 times a week. I put videos out every single day of the week. And this community is the best one you'll ever find. I ain't lying for sure. You got to check it out. So hit that sub. And if the song don't make you subscribe, don't know what else will. But check it out. Intimidator. Let's go. Yo, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight. That was super cool. Great show tonight. Very fun. Lots of great conversations we've had tonight. And I thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'll try to rip through these comments real quick. Dale knows KK Downing. If it wasn't for KK Downing, if it wasn't for me watching KK Downing at the Live Aid Festival in 1984, I would have never known how to play a power chord. That's all. That's for KK Downing, man. He showed me how to play a power chord. But I was watching him on TV. I was like, oh, that's how you do it? I was like, man, I was off to the races, brother. Love KK. If you haven't heard KK's new band, KK's Priest, it's amazing, man. It's crushing band. JB Cook, brother, have a great one, man. Thank you, Jake. Absolutely, my friend. Victor said at Malmsteen, I thought before he has the most best guitarist. That's why absolutely great master of guitar. Yeah, you know it right, buddy. You're only as good as your influences sometimes. I appreciate it. JB, appreciate that, man. Victor said Judas Priest, I absolutely love Free Will Burning. Oh, yeah, it's one of my favorites. I saw that tour. Saw that Defenders tour. It's amazing. Maria Scott, how you doing, Maria? Midnight Gaming, good to see you, buddy. I finally caught one of your streams. That's awesome, brother. Dominic Carreras fan says, oh my goodness, this is good. This is amazing. Thank you, buddy. Jake knows the living legend. I try. Trevor Miller, thank you. La Dolce Vita Scarpe, hello, thank you. Thank you, Maria. Victor says, Rick, the ultimate king, ultra master of guitar. Thank you, brother. Safender says, that was sick. Thank you so much. Lisa says, have a blessed night, everyone. Stay safe. Absolutely. Violet Leviathan, thank you there. Thank you, David. Tazi in the house. Thank you, brother. CJ said, I'm getting some sleep. Dubs, stream, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, CJ. Have a great night tonight. Trevor Miller, thank you, my friend. Bro, what's up? Said, welcome back. Dimebag. That's what I'm talking about. I love Dimebag. You got it down. Thank you, brother. Donald James knows KK Stewart. Yeah, KK's Priest is on fire, dude. Donald James said the last Priest album was pretty, yeah. It was pretty good. But if you put KK's Priest next to the new Judas Priest album, the KK's Priest album is fire. It's fire. Thank you, Jake. Absolutely, man. You're welcome, brother. Thank you, Maria. Oh, good to see that, Maria. Tone Ranger, thanks, brother. My man, looks like Chingus. What's up, Chingus? Good to see you, brother. Victor says the year was absolutely enough, Rick. Absolutely not impressed. 100 million years of how ultra master you're on. Thank you, brother. Maria said, I love King Diamond. You know I love King Diamond, too. He's one of my favorites. That's the last sip of voltage right there, everybody. All right, that's enough for me, everybody. I will be back Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time for another round of shredding and good times had by all. With that being said, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Got a lot of content for sure. But on that, I'll be back again Wednesday night, 10 p.m. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I want y'all to have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in this world. I want you to stay safe. I want you to take care of each other, and I want you to be good to each other, because that's all we have in this world, you know what I'm saying? So with that, have a great one, everybody. We shall see you Wednesday at 10 p.m. for another round of shredding and good times. Take care, everybody. See you then.